back. Today we're going to be talking about one of the coolest bands to ever come out of the UK, man. The Smiths. And this album, Hatful of Hollow, it's not your traditional sort of album because it's filled with a bunch of B-sides and singles. So stuff they've released as singles over the years. Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about... Welcome back. Just wanted to quickly discuss... No. Welcome back. Today wanted to talk about Hatful of Hollow, the Smiths compilation album. It's not a studio album. I always thought it was a studio album, but it's an album that's compiled of B-sides and singles mostly. And honestly, it could be a greatest hits album. It's insane the amount of good songs are on this record. We'll talk about them in a second. But I honestly think the Smiths are one of the coolest bands ever, man, because 4 years, that's what they were releasing their studio album for. 84, 85, 86, 87. One every year. They dipped. They never got back together. They're probably one of the most sought-after bands that people would like a reunion for. They're just cool. They're super cool. Morrisey, he's a beast. I know he's a little bit, controversial, but we love him really, don't we? I know he's got the gift of the gab, if you want to call it that. And then Johnny Marr on guitar, outstanding guitar player. Like, when it comes to the realm of people who are unbelievable at guitar, Johnny Marr is Mount Rushmore, top notch, not spoken about enough, knows exactly what he's doing with that instrument. Looks like a god when he plays it. Looks so fucking cool. Funny little story, actually, I'll just quickly tell you is I went to go watch Pearl Jam at Hyde Park, and me and my girlfriend, we love the Smiths. We've kind of bonded over the Smiths when we're getting to know each other a little bit. And we got there anyway, we got a drink, we sat down, middle of the afternoon, super sunny, sat on the grass. She said, I'll go back to the start, I'll take a little photo of the set times, so we know what time everyone's playing. Stereophonics is playing that day, I really like them as well. She came back, showed me the photo. I was like, I think you've snapped the wrong photo because it's on for like a couple different days. Says Johnny Marr. She's like, let me have a look at that. She's like, yeah, no, it's the right one. I was like, Johnny Marr's not playing today. I've been watching the lineup and he's not. I would know. I obviously hadn't been watching the lineup probably because he was fucking playing and it was unbelievable. So he walked out to Panic, played loads of Smith songs. Honestly, an afternoon of Smith songs from Johnny Marr when you're not expecting them and you love the Smiths. That I can't even tell you that feeling, man. It was fucking great. And there was this man there, must have been in his 50s. Nah, 40s. I'll give him 40s. And he was with a girl who was about 8, must have been his daughter. And me and him were just giving it large. He looked at me and to say, this is amazing. I looked at him and say, this is amazing. And then this random dude put his arm around me. But yeah, it was so nice to sing Smith songs in the middle of the afternoon with Johnny Marr singing them when you weren't expecting it. I like how on this album you've got... Look, let me read some of these out to you, man. What difference does it make? Still Ill, How Soon Is Now, Handsome Devil, This Charming Man, William is Ringing Off, Hand in Glove, ends with Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want, and Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now is on it. That's one of the best albums that ever come out of the UK, ever. Like, surely, I don't know this, but if you look at top 100 greatest albums of all time, Hatful of Hollow must be on it. It's gotta be, man. It's fucking genius. Everything about it is genius. They're genius. We've got Morrisey here. Johnny Marr. There he is back there. I was about to say that's not him. Andy Rourke on bass. Mike Joyce on the drums. So, and yeah, they just dipped. They dipped, man. They never got back together. I know they don't get along and stuff like that. It'd be sick for a Smiths reunion. I think one of them has passed away now, but Morrisey and Johnny Marr, really, if they're there, then that's good enough for me, and I'm sure it'll be good enough for the fans. I read somewhere they tried to reconcile once. Johnny Marr thought this might be it, you know, this might be happening. Felt really positive about the whole situation. Thought, yeah, you know, this might actually fruition. And then it never did. I believe Morrisey might have had a part to play with it not actually happening in the end, but I don't know. But yeah, man, I think Smiths. It's the way Johnny Marr plays guitar. It's the riffs incorporated with that tone and that sound, that production, and then I don't think there's ever been a band like it. Because you have Mr. Poetical Morrisey, and then him and Johnny Marr together, them synonymously, is that sound that is indescribable, that you really could only get if you go and listen to the Smiths. So yeah, man, like, I know I keep repeating myself, but easily one of the coolest bands ever, and I would love to see them get back together. Do I think it will happen? Probably not. Are we on borrowed time? Yes. Is time running out? Absolutely. We'll see what happens, though. Never say never. A lot of bands are getting back together at the moment, and I think once the window starts closing, you get a little bit older, you're like, should we just do one last run? And it would be a sellout. It'd be hard to get tickets to it, though. I know that, especially at the moment with what's happening with ticket touts and all the bots, you know, they just buy up all the tickets, put them on resale websites for quadruple the price. Working class people have to spend a lot of money these days to get to a gig. I've got to jump on a flight, then a hotel, then buy rip-off tickets, and it starts going into 600-700 quid just to see a band for an hour and a half. It's not good. They need to sort that out ASAP. Tickets to any concert should be 40-50 quid and no more. Doesn't matter what band it is or how popular they are. And the demand thing's bullshit, because they could... there's a Glastonbury do it. There's a way to navigate it in a way that it's not ripping everybody off. I know this doesn't have much to do with the Smiths, but even a reunion, unless they were at a couple of festivals, would it be worth it these days? I don't know, because it's just so hard to get to, so hard to get into, and these bots buy tickets in bulk, even though they're not allowed. Put them back on resale websites 15-20 minutes later. They'll tell you that tickets are sold out in under 30 seconds. It's happened to me for mediocre bands, man. Bands that shouldn't be selling out, but have a big enough fan base that all the tickets would eventually get wrapped up. So it's a scam. It's a modern day scam, and I fucking hate it. And I think I'm going to do a video on it now. I've just gone on this little rant. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, Hatful of Hollow. I mean, Meat is Murder, brilliant album. Queen is Dead, brilliant album. That's all I've really got to say about it, man. Long live the Smiths. Peace out.